everybody, it's Tara Bryan, and you are listening to the Course Building Secrets podcast. Whether you're a coach or a CEO, the success of your team and clients is based on your ability to deliver a consistent experience and guide them on the fastest path to results. This podcast will give you practical, real-life tips that you can use today to build your online experiences that get results and create raving fans. Why? So you can monetize your expertise and serve more people without adding more time or team to your business. If you're looking to uncover your $1 million framework, package it, and use it to scale, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of the Course Building Secrets podcast. I am so happy to be with you today. Hey, so today's episode is really for service-based businesses, agencies, freelancers, anyone who's working in the B2B space doing done for you services. So I got a question the other day that I thought was super interesting for those of you who are kind of in this space where you're used to giving one-on-one attention or done for you services to a client base, and you want to start pivoting into a productized offer or create an online program or course for your for kind of what you're doing with your customers. And the question was like, so how do I structure a roadmap or, figure out what to teach when we're doing done for you services? So sometimes we do the work, sometimes the client does the work. So how does that like end up in some sort of productized offer? So I want to just spend a couple minutes talking about that because it's such a great question, and it's really starts to change your mentality as you're going from to sort of the approach of helping all of your customers in whatever it is that they need to owning one solution that allows you to sort of step into your role as the expert and help guide someone or your clients down the path. So a lot of times when we start out and I know this was for me when I left corporate and I started my agency, that I did work for hire. So it was like, I would come in based on my expertise and my skill set, and then I would be a part of a team or work on a particular part of a project. And I didn't really own any of the steps, right? I didn't own the whole process. I just owned the part that I was working on. And then as I transitioned into the agency where we were done for you agency, meaning we did everything top to bottom, we had a methodology that we went through with each one of our clients. And we needed to do that because one, you can't really manage a project without having kind of the at least the big buckets identified, regardless of every time you're doing it's a little bit different. And so our big buckets that we had 5. It was discover, define, design, develop, and deliver, right? So those were the kind of the big buckets. Within each of those, we could put specific activities and deliverables that went with that particular bucket. So if you think about like you're kind of creating a project management plan, you have the beginning, the middle, and the end, right? And so if you can identify what those bigger buckets are, then you can structure it to say, here is how we work, and what we bring to the table is our 6-point delivery method or our 6-point methodology for how we work. Then what you can say to the client is, okay, so here is how we go through this process, and here are all of the parts and pieces of what is involved in that. Because most of the time, well, no, not most of the time, 100% of the time, the client is hiring you because of your expertise. They're hiring you for your ability to take whatever it is that they're dealing with, a problem, an assignment, like whatever it is, and they're hiring you to have to apply your expertise to what they're doing. So instead of coming in as an order taker and saying, okay, well, tell me what you want and I'll go ahead and execute on that, they're hiring you to actually own the process, which means and you can lay out a process for them, like here are the 6 big buckets and here's what's included in each one. You can quantify it, you can control it, and you can manage the scope, and the process for it. So that's the very first thing to do. And so if you're not doing this yet in your agency or in your one-on-one services, I encourage you to just take some time and sort of figure out what the buckets are. And I will tell you, in learning, in marketing, in sales, in whatever it is that you're doing, there is actually an industry standard for what the big buckets are. They're all called something a little bit different, but basically it's sort of a discovery or uncovering what the need is. Then you have to define specifically what it is that you're doing. Then you start to do the design component of it, right? Whatever that looks like. And then you build it, then you make it, then it there's an implementation piece to it. And then you launch it, right? Or you give it out to people. And so when you think about using those buckets as your starting place, you can put the activities then in the right buckets that you're doing. Then you're defining that. And then the next level is you can either teach other people how to do each one of those buckets based on the way that you interpret the way that you do it. You can design some tools and templates to shortcut that process. You can assign things to your customer to do so you can actually keep moving down the path. Or you have particular tasks and activities that you do to push the thing forward. So once you define that as an agency, then it can be packaged. Then you can teach other people how to create that same system and sell it to their people. You can use it and create it for your customers. You can front load your front part of the whole process by having your customers do some of the elements that need to be done before they kind of walk into the methodology. So sky's the limit in terms of what you can do once you productize or create your proprietary system, because then you can repeat it each time. So hopefully this helps you as you're thinking through, like, how do I incorporate some sort of packaged process for my B2B customers when I'm doing one-on-one work? How do I start that process? And it's really just looking at how to define the consistent way in which you deliver your expertise or your deliverable or whatever it is. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. If you want to dive into this deeper, if it's not coming out for you like in your head, give me a shout. You can sign up for a free call and we'll talk through it and figure out how this looks specifically for your business. So there you go. Have a great day.
Hey everybody, are you a business owner ready to streamline and scale your business? Imagine solving the biggest business challenges with clarity, a strategy, and a clear plan. Hey, I'm Bryan, and I want to invite you to take the first step towards transforming your business with a free 30-minute discovery call. This call is an opportunity to discuss your goals, identify key challenges, and learn how my mentorship program can help you achieve the success you're aiming for. In just a half hour, we'll explore how you can scale your business by enhancing your authority strategy, engagement strategy, and retention strategy. You'll get personalized advice and a clear path forward. Ready to take the first step? Click on the link below that's in the show notes to book your free discovery call now. I hope to talk to you soon.